Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. So the third reason why Muslims are failing as parents is because you care too much about money. And you think that having money is the safest bet and biggest determiner of being a good parent and what you need to secure a quality childhood for your child. One of the biggest pitfalls that comes from thinking that money is too important in raising children is many people do not have children until later in life, particularly after their 20s, because they are too worried about securing money before they have a child. Why is this a pitfall and a failing? It's a failing because in your 20s, you actually have a youthful energy that is very valuable to raising children, especially younger children who are going through childhood as opposed to teenagerhood, that you will not have in your mid to late 30s, even if you stay in good physical shape, because that youthful energy is based on neuroplasticity, meaning the ability of the mind to be flexible and to adjust. No matter how physically healthy one stays in their life, their mind will literally become more hardened and fossilized by the time they get into their 30s, and especially their mid to late 30s, and their own dependence on habits will be much stronger then. So it's much harder to adjust your life as is necessary to being a parent. A very concrete example. Babies often cry during the nighttime. A lot of times the parent has to get up to hold the baby, rock the baby to sleep. In a quality working partnership, marriage, mother and father will take turns doing that type of thing and so forth. It is much easier for someone in their 20s to do that than in your 30s. Adolescents and people in their 20s have a much easier time sacrificing, adjusting, and compromising their sleep schedule than older people do. That's just one thing. The other thing, too, if you didn't have children in your 20s, you didn't learn responsibility as much as you could have and should have in your 20s before you got habits hardened into your life. One of the benefits of having children is it prompts self-sacrifice in a person. And if the habit of self-sacrifice and putting others before yourself, that you need to be a good parent. Parents who have money, but they waited late to have kids, is that they end up thinking the money can raise the kids. So they will do things like occupy their kids in extracurricular activities and programs where they're paying someone else to keep their child occupied. And they tell themselves that these are enriching activities that are giving the kids skills or whatever. And they might be doing that to some degree. But if it's happening at the sacrifice of connection, bonding with you, and you being in a position with them where you are going to be their leader and guide in life, then something very negative has taken place. The other way in which thinking money is too important can cause parents to fail is that you simply spend too much time worrying about money, number one. So therefore, you're too stressed out and you can't control your stress levels when you interact with your child. And you interact with your child regularly in a way of where your stress is heightened and the child doesn't fully know why, because they can't have empathy and appreciate and understand the stress that you have in your life as an adult about money